Welcome to a 2 and a bit days vlog where I share my love for homemaking, knitting and cooking. We will visit a garden shop together and I will also take you to a very special event with me. If you are new here, my name is Moran and I'm a maker from Israel. Good morning everybody. Late morning, but still good morning. I have quite a slow morning here today. I woke up with how shall I say it, not so mellow headache. Yeah, I supposed to get my period and it doesn't come, and I guess it's the premenopause or menopause or whatever you call it, but this is what I'm going through, and I guess it's all related because I'm not kind of like a headache person. And I drink my coffee today really diluted, so a little bit of coffee and a lot of hot water. I drank a lot of lemon water this morning, try to get it better, and it gets better, but it's not very nice. So yeah, but no complaints. I'm here alive and kicking, not under Hamas tunnels, not suffering from a severe disease. So thanks God, I'm here, I'm alive. Perspective. Yeah, perspective is a very good thing. Try to keep perspective in life always. So yeah, I originally planned to make quite a lot of things today, but I'm not sure what I will do. I already fed my sourdough starter, getting ready for my weekend baking. I prepared some green leafy greens for today's green juice. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's recipe. It's not, a very tasty like sweet juice. It's more like on a healthy side. So I don't promise that if you are going to make it, to use my recipe, it's going to be delicious. For me, I really like it. But I'm kind of a person that if something is healthy, automatically it's good for me, for my taste buds. Yeah, but they all things. He also wanted me to tell you, he wanted me to say he doesn't hate it, but whenever I add the cayenne pepper, which is really hot, together with the ginger, he feels like it's a mission for him to drink the jar. But yeah, but basically he really likes it and he feels it good for him. And we usually drink it more in the summer days than in winter, because in winter you don't really want to have something cold to drink. Anyways, I also took out all the sourdough bread leftovers from the freeze because I want to make breadcrumbs, homemade breadcrumbs today. So I'm gonna do that later. First I'm going to go to the shop. Not that I feel like going out. I really don't feel like going out. I'm a very indoor person. It's a problem. And I need a lot of time to be alone. This is not always, So I don't feel like go out and leave my home, but I have to go to the shop to buy some leafy greens. I already ordered it, so I just have to pick it up, and I will do my best to do it most of the way walking there, so I can get myself a little bit out of this headache mode. The weather is getting better, so it's still very hot and it's still very humid. Not that humid as it was during July and August, and it's really, really hot. I might take some footage for you from the way, but it's really sunny, bright sunny, but it's not that hot, you know, towards the afternoon and evening. Our evening walks are so lovely. We can really, really feel the changing of the weather. And the mornings are so good. We go every morning to check on our lemon tree. It blooms like crazy, and if you stand under it, it smells amazing. I really feel like I told Eyal this morning, come and stand with me under the branches of the lemon tree, under the bloom, the flowers and the buds, because you can easily feel like you are somewhere far away in a forest or something like that. I really want to be, if I really want to do something, is to go abroad and travel in a green foresty place. I really, really feel like this is what I need now. So when I stand under the branches of this blooming lemon tree, it feels like something like that, very similar and, the closest to my dream. Yeah, but anyways, I'm just about to finish my Scrappy socks. Unfortunately, I don't want to finish them. I'm just about to finish the toe on one of them. And on the other one, I did quite a bit of knitting on the foot. Really, really in love with it. I can sit and stare. Whenever I work on it, first I like them to be both on my laps. If I can, if I work at home on the sofa, I have the space. But secondly, I feel like, rather than I really enjoy the stockinette knitting, which is really something that I love to do, I really enjoy to sit and stare and look at them. It brings me joy. It makes me forget all the troubles of life. Yeah, and I also wanted to soak my shawl, my garter stitch shawl. It's part of a development that I'm busy developing for the mYak retreat in June 25 in the Dolomites. So I started with knitting a garter stitch, a shawl, and it's now made, I weave in all the yarn ends, and now I want to block it. But first I want to soak it and block it on the mat, but I really want to spend some time with it, so I don't want to forget it soaking in the water, and so I'll do that maybe when I'm back, not sure, maybe later today. But yeah, this is what I plan for today. I will do the sourdough, I guess, when I come back, because it's hot and I guess it will be active quickly. So I will also make some sourdough. I think I have lunch for the boys, although I took out a steak from the freezer, and if I find some potatoes in the organic shop, I might bring them with me. Let's see. Let's go to the shop, see what we find there. So you can see how bright and sunny it is out. The sun is really, really bright and strong. But luckily I found a parking spot under a tree, so the car is in a shadow spot, which is good. And I parked it pretty far from the shop, so I will have to walk, I don't know, maybe more than half of the of the way there. So yeah, I'll walk in a bath of sun, which is also good. And maybe let's see what it does to my headache. It can be good, it can be worse, but let's see. Let's go to the shop. Usually I climb 7 floors upstairs, and I like to do it with a heavy, shopping bag, but not today. Today I'm using the elevator. And this is the paperwork, needs to go to my accountant, and it's ready for pickup. I guess they will arrive in the next few hours. So this is everything that I got today in the organic shop. So we have parsley and cilantro, or cilantro. I'm not sure if you say coriander or cilantro in English. Let me know what is the correct way to say it in English. Parsley, Swiss chard, lettuce, portobello mushrooms, and we ran out of hair softener, so I took this bottle with me. I have sunflower sprouts, broccoli sprouts, a new batch of the walnut that I will pop in the Ninja to dehydrate. I have an organic gluten-free whole oat flour, which is part of my sourdough recipe. I like to add like a little bit, like something like 1 or 2 tablespoons of this flour to my sourdough recipe. I have a full sourdough tutorial here shared on my YouTube. I will link it down below for you. I took a few lemons, although Eyal told me that he already purchased lemons in the shop they have in his workplace, and a few avocado. They are not the best right now, but I prefer to have some than not to have any. Pine nuts for the pesto, macadamia nuts, and a few potatoes. Potatoes, how do you call them? Yeah, regular potatoes. So I might use them, maybe a few of them for today's lunch for the boys. Yeah, but this is everything that I brought back with me from the organic shop today. And as you can see, my sourdough starter, I think it's about to be ready for dough making. It's quite bubbly, and you can see it's pretty active, and it got high. Like, we started here in the morning, and now it's at least double in its size, in height. looks good. I think I'll let them cool down a little bit and then pop them into the Magimix. It's 4 p.m. I came to the studio and to work a little bit on the toe of one of my Scrappy socks. I just finished the toe. This is how it looks. I'm not sure the light is good enough now to show how vibrant are the colors. But anyways, I finished the toe on one of the socks and I want to graft the stitches with a Kitchener stitch. I just wanted to update you that my headache is gone, completely gone. I could feel it when I was outside. When I came back from the shop, I could feel, I felt much better. I guess it's the sun, the exposure to a very strong sunlight. I think, I'm not sure. I also drank a lot today and tried to take it, take it easy and do whatever I wanted to do, but very slow. So yeah, I think it was quite a productive day. I think after a while that I was busy in the kitchen, I suddenly felt, oh, no headache anymore. I was very happy and it was a relief. But yeah, I'm really happy with this batch of the breadcrumbs. I think it was better than the last batch. I think it's because I understood that it needs a lot more time than what I thought last time. When you first start to make it in the Magimix, it's very noisy and the Magimix is really shaky and it's scary. But after a minute or two, it gets less shaky and less noisy, and it needs a little bit more time to do the work. And I also stop the Magimix from once in a while and give it a mix with a tablespoon, a hand mix, and then let it work again. But I'm very happy with this batch. And yeah, the boys had lunch. They really liked the baked potatoes and the tomatoes, and yeah, luckily Eyal also have some tomatoes. When he comes from work, he likes it. But now I think I'm going to wrap the stitches using the Kitchener stitch, so I'm done with the one sock. And then I think I will continue using the same yarn that I used for the toe. I will start knitting the same yarn on the other sock. I think it's a yarn I purchased in our trip to Amsterdam, to Holland. I think I purchased it in a shop in Utrecht. I'm not sure which kind of wool, but it's a sock, industrial printed sock wool. But yeah, that's what I want to do today. I might also, if I feel I have a little bit more energy, because usually on this time of the day I like to wind down and to start, wind down the day and to, get like more into the last part of the day, if you can say. But so maybe I will not soak the shawl. Maybe it's not a good idea to soak the shawl and block it today. Maybe tomorrow morning I will do that. We shall see. So let's go give the dough the last stretch before it goes to the fridge. Let me turn you into the right direction. Just make sure that I'm in focus, because a friend of mine told me that the vlog, not the last one, the one before, I wasn't in focus. Welcome, good morning, welcome to the next morning, Friday, September 6th. I was just sitting here editing a little bit of yesterday's vlog, and I thought to end it up with only yesterday, but then I realized we are planning to go to the garden shop today, so I thought, why not to take you along with me? Today it's a little bit different Friday here because we have a wedding later this evening, so we will not have the family, our usual family dinner. We might cook some things for the boys, or not the usual, but something that they have, and they can have a little dinner. We're not sure yet if mYak can make it later today to join the boys, but she said she will. She wants to join the boys, but she doesn't know if she will do it, so she will update us later. Anyways, we will not have so much cooking today. Eyal and myself are going only by ourselves to the wedding. The kids are not invited, and it's kind of like a very special wedding. It's the person who is getting married this evening was born to one of our best friends couple. I think 23 or 24 years ago. I think so, maybe 24 years ago, and it was the baby, the first baby of the gang, kind of like. So it was very exciting, and this person was born as a boy. But a few years ago, he came to her parents and said that she feels more a woman. So it's gonna be a two transgender wedding this evening. So I am very excited. This is very, very exciting. It was a long process. We were the first people, Eyal and myself. See, I have a dark skin just from telling it to you. Eyal and myself were the first people that the parents shared this information with. So we had quite a journey with them together. From the very first steps, the very first stage is completely denying, completely they couldn't get this idea, they couldn't believe it's true, and then gradually they got it, and they got used to the idea, and then they started to feel it's the right thing for her, and they joined her in the process, in the journey. I am very excited just to tell this to you. And yeah, this couple is a very, very close friends to ours, and the mother is how shall I say it in English? She's a therapist, art therapist. So she was moving through very, very special journey with this journey of her boy turning into a woman. And yeah, so this is the wedding that we are going to be in tonight, this evening. It's also gets done in a very special way. Of course, it will not be a Jewish wedding. It's very hard that they cannot get a Jewish marriage here. So it will be done by a person. I'm not sure from which place in the US, but it will be done by a person in the US via Zoom, and also the sister of the father. So her aunt will get them married, and it will be only a wedding of 60 people in a very, very small chef place. The chef is a very close friend of the family, and he has a very small place when he cooks. and it's gonna be a very special evening whatsoever. So yeah, I'm very excited. So this is our Friday is going to be different, but later this morning we plan, Eyal and myself plan to go to the garden shop. So I will take you along with me, and yeah, and then we will, you know, enjoy some slow time without cooking. Maybe Eyal will cook something, and then we will go to the wedding. I'm planning of some self-care things, facial, like masks maybe, and then I want to iron a dress that I washed yesterday. But yeah, I will take you along with me as much as I can, but I'm not sure I will be vlogging through the camera, like showing my face in the camera. So if not, thank you so much for joining me. As always, I am very excited reading your comments, having you here with me. Thank you so much. By the way, many of you ask if I stop vlogging. This is not a plan. I really found out, you know, accidentally, as I already said in the past, that I enjoy the vlogging format more than the podcast format. So I will be I plan to continue make vlogs, but something happened with my voice. So I plan to do more to vlog, to continue vlogging, but not as often as I did during August. During August, I joined the Vlogust, I think, in YouTube, but I'm not sure how often I will upload. This is why I recommend that you subscribe and also click the bell icon so you get notification whenever I upload a video. I'm not sure how often I will do it, because I do it more like as I feel it's flowing with my daily life, with my kids, with my mothering, you know, life, with my life in general. So yeah, I will continue vlogging. I will, yeah. So anyways, I wanted to close this segment, say thank you, a huge thank you for joining me here. I really, really appreciate you being here with me. We are back from the garden shop. It was a very successful visit. We went there mainly to check out a few plants that we plan to have on our back balcony garden. You know, we are very busy starting to get busy in the back balcony project, and starting the first step on it. So Eyal ordered another wooden container that's supposed to be here in about a week, and we plan to plant there kind of a plant that the name in Hebrew is Moran, just like my name, and who is vacuuming his room. So maybe I will have to wait a second. Okay, he stopped. Anyways, this Moran plant gives us we have 3 of them in the front balcony, and it gives us a lovely coverage. And we want to create in the left northy corner, we want to create the same coverage, kind of like we want to try and create some cozy corner there. So we think of using the same plants, the Moran plants. I'm very curious to know what is the name of this plant in English. Anyways, it's a good coverage. It gives us a good coverage. So we think to use the same plants, and we went to see there. But Eyal also wanted to purchase a few, gardening supplies, like, I don't know even how to call it. And he also purchased a few soil bags. It's huge and it's very heavy, and he wants to purchase a few every time, so because we will need a lot of them. And I got home back with a few new babies, and I wanted to show them to you. So let's start with the smallest one. So I already planted it in a lovely plant container that I have here, and my computer is starting to so it's kind of like a succulent. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it in the kitchen next to the KitchenAid, or maybe here in the studio, but anyways, I planted it right when we came in. So this is the first plant. The second tiny one is something that I already have here in my studio. I think you can see it if I turn you a little bit. You can see it there in the left corner. So it's the same one. The name of it, I'm not sure if the names are the same in English and in Hebrew, but it's Sansevieria honey. So it's this little tiny one, the baby of this one. And I think to put it here because in the studio it's not very, it's something that can be, I think, grow here. It can be very happy with the light that I have in the studio. I think this one is pretty happy here in the studio. So this is the second one. The third one, I was amazed by the texture, the pattern on the leaves, and the name of this one is Begonia Rex. Let me know if the names are the same. But this is, I just fell in love with the pattern. And this is what I always say. God is a textile designer. I think this says it all. God is a textile designer. So this is the third one. I have no idea where it goes, but I had to take it with me. And the last one is a plant that I really want for ages, but it was just too expensive in everywhere I saw it in the past. But in this garden shop, it wasn't that expensive. So I immediately took it, and it's so amazing, and it feels like velvet. And I think the name of it is also velvet. So it's Aloxia bulk velvet, and the leaves feel really like a velvet. So for this, I plan to leave it here in my studio, and hopefully he can live here and he will be happy here in my studio, because I have another plant which is not that happy right next to the window. I'm not sure the name of it is maybe love something, but it's not happy here. So I plan to move this one into another lighter place and to try and have this one with me in the studio. I really, really love it. So let's see if it can be happy here. Anyways, it was a successful visit. Eyal already started to cook for the boys. Maya will not make it today. She will not come here. She's invited to a birthday party and she thinks it will be until late. But yeah, I think I am going to maybe try and block my shawl, maybe try just to soak my garter stitch shawl and get ready for the wedding. Maybe help Eyal a little bit in the kitchen, but yeah. And I will for sure play a little bit with my new plants, my new babies.
שבחוץ ומקשיבה בעיקר לקולות שבפנים.
It was a very special and exciting wedding, one that puts hope in the hearts. At the end of the evening, on the way out, we all got a tiny basket filled with goodies. A delicate handmade ceramic leaf made by my friend, the mother of one of the brides. Such a special gift. And we got a tiny succulent, and she included a note she wrote with a few words about love, wrapped with a yellow ribbon as a reminder that we still have hostages kept in Gaza by terrorists, and we must continue the effort to bring them home.